Do you ever feel like you're spinning in circles, like overwhelmed by everything you have to do? Sometimes does it feel like you're just trying to keep your head above water? If either of those scenarios sound familiar, then know this: you are not alone. It's part of our humanness, overwhelm. Not the most exciting topic to talk about, and yet we all experience it. When overwhelm has me in its clutches, I start spinning down that rabbit hole at lightning speed. And here are some of the thoughts that race through my mind as I'm spinning down that rabbit hole. I am so behind. I can't do it all. I'll never get it done. What's wrong with me? It's not a pretty picture for sure. So I'm curious, when you're in overwhelm, what thoughts are racing through your mind? What judgments are you making about yourself? Or what questions you're asking that are contributing to that spiral? Here's what I've discovered. Sometimes overwhelm serves a very useful purpose. It's the universe getting our attention, inviting us to hit the pause button, to stop and think. So today we're going to talk about what contributes to that overwhelming feeling and how to shift from overwhelm to calm, confident, and aligned action. So grab your favorite drink, get comfortable, and let's dive in. First, we need to recognize the causes, the roots of overwhelm. Overwhelm can creep in when we're out of alignment with what truly matters to us. It's that moment when we're juggling too many things, saying yes to too much, and losing sight of what actually brings us joy and fulfillment. It's like we're running on a treadmill, but instead of getting anywhere, we're just exhausted. Now, here's the good news. This feeling doesn't have to stick around. In fact, it's often a sign that we do need to pause and reconnect with what really matters. So how do we shift from overwhelm into confidence and clarity? Well, now that you've hit the pause button and stepped off that treadmill, we can activate our intellect and give ourselves permission just to think. Thinking isn't a race. So my invitation to you is to not rush it, push it, force it, power through it. Rather, simply be present with your thoughts. Consider, be curious, contemplate. Ask yourself different questions, questions that shift your energy from escaping that feeling of overwhelm to the energy of engagement, engaging with the power of your why, your purpose. Here are a few examples of the questions I use to help me get out of overwhelm and into aligned action. What do I want? It could be, what do I want today? What do I want in the next hour? What do I want? What is my desired outcome? What will give me more joy and fulfillment? What will nurture my soul? This next one is one of my favorites, and that's, what's on my plate right now that I can release, that I can let go of? Another question is, what distractions are interfering with what I truly want? And the last question I'll share with you is, what are my top priorities? What really matters to me? These questions bring me out of the darkness of overwhelm and firmly place me in the sunlight so I can gain clarity in what's really going on and identify where I'm feeling misaligned. The moment I get present with myself and activate my curiosity by asking these questions, My perspective shifts. My energy shifts. I have clarity about what needs to be done. The clear few action steps I can take right now that are totally aligned with what I want, and just as importantly, what I need to release. So when we're spinning out of control and overwhelm, we are misaligned, in doubt, ignoring our natural flow and style, our values and our vision. So when you feel that overwhelm creeping in, it's a sign to pause and realign. So as a quick recap, here's what I suggest. Take a deep breath. In fact, right now, literally, take a deep breath. Just breathe. Ground yourself in the present moment. This simple act can do wonders to calm your body and your mind. Next is to create space to think. Give yourself permission to pause. Whether it's having a cup of herb tea or a walk outside or a quiet moment in your favorite chair, allow yourself the time to reconnect with what you truly want. And ask yourself the right questions. Use the questions I shared earlier as a guide. They'll help you get to the root of what's causing your overwhelm and what actions are truly aligned with your goals and the results or the outcomes that you seek. Let go of what doesn't serve you. Identify what's on your plate that you don't want on your plate anymore, whether it's tasks or commitments or even mindset blocks. Let them go. Remove them. Release them. And give yourself permission to say no, to delegate. Permission to say you don't have to do it all. And now you're ready to shift into aligned action. Once you've cleared the clutter, focus on a few clear action steps that are totally aligned with what you want. This is where your power lies. Taking intentional, aligned action that moves you toward your goals. So if you can relate to anything I've just shared with you, I want you to know that, again, you're not alone. Overwhelm happens to all of us, but it doesn't have to control us. By taking a step back, asking the right questions, and aligning with what truly matters, you can shift from overwhelm to calm, confident, aligned action. You've got this. And remember, it's all about creating a business and a life that works for you, not the other way around. So when you're aligned, everything flows so much easier. And when you're in aligned action, your business works for you. And when your business works for you, life is easier.